Hey, everybody. I wrote down five things for you today, and those are five things. They are random but connected for everyone who is blocking, like five things you should know or change or modify in order to get to prosperity in business. And the first one seems like you might have heard it before, but it's so important. And it is, as a business strategist, most of the time people are looking for me to give them a business plan, or they'll tell me, I've written so many business plans, but they've never actually had a successful business that has made six figures. So, one of the things I remind people about, and this is number one, it's not the business plan, it's the business person. So when you're thinking about, do I want to have a business that has profitability? What does it have to be? You have to look in the mirror because just like leadership, just like there are so many reasons why people can fail. And the number one reason a small business fails is the choices and the actions and the protections that that business owner did. So when we look at this, there's only so much a business plan can do. Many decisions are being made by you, the business owner. So always, 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 we focus on the business owner. And I'll give you an example of that. As a business owner, I am someone that values a buffer. So I like a buffer in my time. I like a buffer in my money. I like a buffer in the amount that we can take on for work, that I like having a buffer. Well, I have another friend who's a business owner who absolutely flies to zero, and they are always stressed. They're always freaked out. Well, are we right or wrong? Well, I will tell you that after 10 years, I feel a lot better than they do. They're tired, they're worn out, and they are running their resources to zero. So when you're thinking about your business and you're thinking about prosperity, you want to focus on, it's not the business plan, it's the business person. So you have to invest in you as a person. Rule one of five. So also on my list, all systems change. So number two is all systems change. Whatever it was that you built as a system to make your business work, to put your contacts together, the way that, I've had interns, I've had great staff, I've had project managers, I've had, you know, I've had 40 staff in a $5 million company. So systems change. And that is the thing that you have to understand with business, that each level that you grow, your systems will change. So the way that you do something, 100% of the time will change. So don't get stuck on doing things just the same way, or mad that your computer updated, or mad that you have to change uh, technology. Technology is changing every 3.5 years. So everything that worked one way in just 36 to 60 months will all look different. So you must understand that all systems change. And in order to stay agile, you got to take care of you. You got to take care of you. And that brings me to number three. And number three is, I don't owe anyone more than I owe myself. So when you're thinking about that, you don't owe anybody anything more than you owe yourself. You don't owe your children more than you owe to yourself. You don't owe your parents more than you owe to yourself. You first have to take care of you. Because if I'm not functioning, no one else in my family is going to. So you don't owe anyone more than you owe yourself. You owe yourself to take care of your health, to take care of your heart, to take care of your mental status. I mean, you've got to take care. You don't owe anybody more than what you owe yourself. Rule number three. Number four, intoxication with the victim seat. People get really intoxicated with being a victim of that person left me, this is that. I have a million of those stories. Have I been a victim of bad relationships, bad choices, bad financial situations, the world melting down? I mean, come on. Yes. Have I been victim to fraud, to theft, to all of those things? Yes. I've been a victim to all of those things. Have I been a victim to betrayal? Sure. But that's not a driver in building prosperity, in building successful business. You have to do the work to get rid of all of that so that you can continue to prosper. So if you're feeling like a victim or you're feeling like you've been betrayed on all these levels, get out, work it out. Because the faster you work it out, the faster your bank book will grow, but the faster your joy will. And that's really the goal, right? That our goal in prosperity mindset is to be able to see the world differently, is to be able to show up today without dragging all this baggage from last week, last month, last year, 10 years ago. I talked to somebody the other day and they are still upset over a dog incident that happened 40 years ago. Process it, move on. So grief is something that you get to process and let go, but it's time consuming. So you have to be able to do that work and you will thrive if you do the work. So number 4, intoxication with the victim seat. It's not fun. It's not funny. It gets really old. And people who are very prosperous, yeah, they don't want to hang out with that stuff. People who are building things and doing the things that you want in life do not embrace victimhood. And I live in the United States, so the whole culture glamorizes victimhood, and that's sickening for many people. Yes, there are many times that sad things happen, but sad things are also things that have to get processed. And you deserve to not be a victim for your whole life. You deserve to have a wonderful life. And in order to have a wonderful life, go back to the other one where it says you don't owe anybody more than you owe yourself. And you owe yourself the opportunity to have a beautiful, loving, healthy life. Like there's a great obsession. Try that one on. And my last one, number 5. This is similar, but it's different. Accept that your greatest challenge is also your greatest gift. There are many things that you are going to have to work through that are going to be annoying, that are fatiguing, that are um, just feel like they are stuck. And those things will become your greatest gift. So I was working in a rural grocery store and they had all of these hurdles and they were actually right. And the code was wrong. And they were trying to get all of this work done to have an unmanned grocery store. And the Department of Health was going, no, this is this other thing. Well, it wasn't the same code. The Department of Health needed to upgrade. And they kept at it, and they kept at it, and they kept at it. And in that challenge became the greatest gift, is that the system could upgrade to what was there, and so could they. But because they had done the work, of going, no, the problem that they're presenting is very different than the problem that's on the books. They had to do all of that work. So sometimes the things in our life that are the greatest challenge, sometimes that greatest challenge is our mental health. Sometimes that greatest challenge is our mindset. Sometimes that greatest challenge is our situation. Sometimes that greatest challenge is our health. Sometimes that greatest challenge is all of them at one time. So remember, your greatest challenge is often your greatest gift. And that's not to say that I believe that pain is gain. What I am there to say is that knowledge is power. And a lot of times knowledge is fought for, that takes effort. It takes effort. And what else do you have to do? What else do you have to do with your life? So those are my top 5 of the things that if you want to be in a prosperity mindset in business and you want to have a larger revenue, you have to think differently. And you have to really understand that there are some very simple things that you have to put into your business model. And the first one of them is you, and you as a healthy you as the best you, because none of it works unless you're being awesome. So I hope to see you in school. I hope to see you in class. I hope it helped you. I hope you got something out of today. But I will see you in class. And thank you for showing up. Thanks for listening. Thanks for taking the time. Thanks for even considering it. And thanks for writing something down there for somebody else to read. Because as you grow and you help someone else grow, it's very valuable. And people read those comments. I do. All right. Have a great day. Bye.